we have anyone who could speak any clearer to it than what we sort of know already? We can talk about it, I guess, but it'll just be sort of the same.
I think we've already had our discussion at the hearing when they were here,
Seem like.
so that be adequate. All right. Introductions to the Planning Commission. I'm Bill Irwin.
Ken Carter.
And we have a quorum because we have 5 members, 3 are here. Is there any public comment? There's only one other person in the room here, and John is actually acting as our audiovisual assistant. July 24 minutes. I don't think we received those from the secretary yet.
Uh-oh.
That was Nikki.
I think we do. I think they're on the website. I was gonna print those off. There you go.
Can we approve them without a quorum for that? Cause I was not here to.
Well, only 2 people could vote
Right,
because you would have to abstain.
right. I'd like to officially apologize for missing the meeting on July 1st.
And I would like to officially chastise you.
Reprimanded.
Okay, so I suggest we put off the review until the August meeting,
Okay,
because,
I'll have them printed by then.
yeah, we can't vote on them tonight.
It was only 7 minutes long, Ken.
7 minutes, that's a
So
record.
It's
Jeez.
it's really gonna be
Missed the
difficult.
9 was our original record.
9, right? We
Yeah.
dropped it to 7.
Jeez,
All right,
I missed it.
let's not waste any more minutes here.
Schedule next meeting?
So August is really difficult for me.
September.
Oh, this is August.
This is-
September, I will have difficulty in person. I could probably call in. But I'll be gone the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th weeks. I could meet Labor Day, which is Monday.
Mhm.
The 2nd,
Correct.
and that's our first Monday.
Yes, if you guys are willing to do that.
I'm
Um,
not gonna go anywhere. I don't know about Nick.
I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm trying to think if we ever do anything on Labor Day. I don't think we do, so.
I mean, when you're a farmer, every day is the same.
Exactly. Melissa tries to get me off the farm to do stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Which has to happen, essentially.
Yeah.
But, I don't think,
So I think that would be the 2nd
Mhm.
and the 9th.
9 to the select board meeting.
So it would have to be the 16th.
16th. And I'd have to do that remote. The next would be the 23rd and then the 30th. I could do the 30th. That would be the week before October
right,
meeting,
Right.
which
Exactly.
doesn't seem,
Be a week.
I mean, we could put it off until the 30th. Is there any information about other hearings,
Coming up.
permits,
Not that
applications?
I know right now.
And I don't know if we'll have anything further from the Carl Stone project.
do
I'm
we
not
need to?
expecting
I mean,
anything.
we don't,
I know.
I think we only discussed it with the zoning administrator because he's
Had questions.
relatively, he had questions about the project.
Mhm.
So unless he's got other questions, we could probably do those in October.
Mhm.
By then, we'll probably also be starting to think about getting a grant for the bylaws,
Mhm.
and that'd be something to think about. I can reach out to NRPC to see what the timing of the grant. I think grants are usually due by December, so that they're awarded after that.
And who writes that?
Yes.
Last time I did, but
You do.
the NRPC usually helps if there's any need to. It's usually a template that is pretty easy to answer. It's that there's some technical language that is needed sometimes.
But what about additional documents or supports or anything like that? Is there-
Yeah, if that's needed, I don't think so. It's because what we're doing is revising something that already exists. So it's really what we would learn relative to the hearings from members of the public as well as what NRPC, who would help us, would do to share some of their ideas about what the regional plan says and what we might do relative to that. For example, housing. There's a lot of effort to try to relax housing rules so that more people can develop accessory dwelling units. And more land can be developed for multiple units, etc. There's more on energy, climate.
Mhm.
Would you consider using Alex?
For me,
Would you consider, do you think you would need Alex, our town grant writer?
you know, if that would be helpful, is he, how does he work with us in the town? Does,
So we have
so John, introduce yourself.
I'm West, Trouble at Large. So what Alex does for us, we have a base pool of hours set up for him, dedicated to the town of Bakersfield. You being a town entity, you know, an actual part of the municipality portion of it, I'm sure that we would just have to run the hours needed by the select board and just pull from that bucket. Because you're not budgeted for it for this year. We would discuss how we would fund it, but like I said, it's all coming from kind of the same
Cool.
place. For instance, the fire department requested to use his, and we're talking about 50-50 share because they really do support the town, things like that, the library. So we're trying to help people, help the different organizations get the money they need to get the grants, right? I mean, you know, not everybody has a pool of cash to hire a writer. So part of that ARPA fund thing that we had set up was for grant writing so that we could get this moving for the town. So if you need it, Bill, I would say one of two things as if you don't want to come to a meeting or anybody wants to, or you can, Tammy's a duly representative of the planning commission. She's on the board. She can present to the select board and request that we use Alex's time.
So the
Your mic's off.
requirement of a quorum to present a request. Is that only for,
You know, that's a really good point, because that was while I was out on the vid.
yeah, I think that was,
There was a discussion that we needed a quorum of the board to come and request. Now that is,
but then we did say that could be on a document.
yeah, it could be on a piece-to-piece basis, or you could just
Piece
put
of
it in the document and sign it as the.
Have to present it.
Commission, you know.
That was the
But
latest.
he does it, you know, he does it for a living per se, you know, so that's why we.
He's
we
pretty
engage
efficient
him.
at it.
He is.
Well, that. How many hours is he credited for?
100 hours.
100 hours for, but we can add more, we just put a bucket, yeah. We put it in a bucket, we pay them $60 an hour, something like that. Then, you know, as I said, this is all something we set aside from the ARPA funds originally. Now, eventually we'll run out of that money, but you know, we have the funds to support it for a few years, if you know, or more at that.
Yeah.
If we need more hours, we can add them. We just, you know, said, hey,
Yeah.
here's a bucket of hours we'll start with, and you know,
It's really frugal with them.
he is, he's a pretty good guy. I mean, I sat down with him a number of times and conversed with him about it. He was doing grant writing prior to coming to Bakersfield, that's what he said, and you know, he was at the point, he was like, am I gonna just kind of open up my own grant writing firm, or am I gonna go find a job? He kind of decided to take the route of his own at the moment. So I know that the Bakersfield Conservation Commission's using them.
Mhm.
I believe the Historical Society wants to use them, the fire department's using him,
Libraries using.
the library's using them. You're about the only entity in town that isn't using them right now.
You know, that,
Yeah, I mean, it makes it easier for, that's what he does for a living. I'm not saying that the efforts that were done before, but maybe there's something.
well, that's what I did, and it's not difficult. It's just, it is time consuming and it is useful if somebody's specifically good at it, to just give it to them, and I bet they take less time than a novice. So, yeah, let's consider that as a part of our plan that we, what we're gonna probably need is, fairly guaranteed that we'll get the grant.
Yeah,
So it's not like, it's more, you just gotta make sure all the blanks
Right.
are filled in
right.
and all of the information is
Make the deadline.
accurate and, yeah. And,
Yeah,
and yet it'll be also important to get an estimate of the hours from NRPC, because they will be the party that we pay with the grant to do the work. That's how we did it last time.
Mhm.
so I would say either put something down on paper and sign it where this is being recorded and I am here right now. If you guys just decide to go with some kind of motion to move forward, that Tammy can represent and I can attest to it being here.
So let me, if. So the other way to do it is that I come and present it.
Yes, you can get, well, it's a quorum, that's what they're shooting for.
So this quorum issue, I'm not sure I understand. Does that mean that the select board's having a difficult time getting a quorum for the regular
No.
meetings?
For the representation of the different organizations, we require a quorum of the board because, just to make sure one person or two people aren't coming in
So the select board when.
when they request it.
Something?
Yeah, when you request to use
It's
this.
just, I went to them and said, this is
Yeah.
what we.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can make the decision. You can put it forth if you desire, either in writing and I'll sign it, your quorum right now. Or you could just do a motion and pass it because it is being recorded and I can attest to it and they can watch it if they want. Let the quorum decide if they wanted to move forward with
What you're trying to
forgetting
do then is having like one person
Sure.
on the fire department come up with an idea.
and come over and
Here's
tell
what
us
I'm
we
saying
want.
to that. The other fire department didn't even know anything about it, or
Right.
certainly the board of fire
So,
didn't know anything about it, and
if
same thing with cemetery commission or whatever.
I understand correctly, then, if we were to vote now, we could say we would like to have the grant writer help the planning commission
And that
for
minutes
its
then,
grant on the,
and I'll take those with me.
okay,
It's also recorded and I'm here.
all right, is there?
Is that a motion?
Well,
I'll second it. Did you make a motion?
I will move that the planning commission would like to use Bakersfield's grant writer to help with the municipal planning grant.
I second that motion.
all right. Do you know his name?
We have to vote.
Alex, Barkley, Barkley.
Barclay?
Forward Written is the name of his,
Forward
business
Written.
LLC.
Should I change my motion then to make it more official?
We just need a vote.
I'm writing it down. So a motion to use Bakersfield grant writer Alex Barkley, a forward written to assist the planning commission. On its
It's basically applying for the grant, right?
municipal planning grant application. And since I wrote it out, if you need it, you see mine in case. Any further discussion?
No.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It passes unanimously.
We do that.
Perfect. And like I said, we can bring it up next, well, you're not here next. Well, that puts a wrinkle in the crinkle.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it on 26th. Yeah.
6th.
Yeah, just put it on the minutes, the minutes on the agenda. Yeah, excellent. Thank you.
All right.
You,
So are we all okay with meeting on Labor Day?
I've got it written down.
I mean, it could be like tonight where we're here for 30
7
minutes.
minutes. We can go. for
Maybe if
7.
there's nothing, we don't have a meeting.
Well, that's the thing, I mean, if we don't have a quorum.
So I think if we hold it when we have our regularly scheduled
Yeah,
time,
So which would be
then,
the second.
and it's very likely
Can't
that,
make it. Then we'll
right,
just
all we gotta
postpone
do
it
is be
to
here.
October.
and say open, close,
okay. Write it down.
and if you can't make it,
Well, yeah,
it's okay.
I don't see why I wouldn't be able to make it.
Yeah. We've
Family
all gone
harmony.
through meetings without
As far as I know, I can be there.
to run this, that's right, it's always gotta be a part of the thought, if you're not willing to do that,
I'm willing,
because we can push it off to the 30th.
No, I'm willing.
Or we'll just push it off to the first week in October.
Right, we'll just cancel
Yeah,
it.
you can, I won't see you doing 30, that's great.
Yeah,
And then next week you're in again, what would you?
Right.
That's right.
Because the next one would be the 6th, which is,
so we just postpone.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything planned for me, so I will go off the premise that I'll be here, and if I can't, I'll.
I'll send out agendas the week before, just respond to me and say, not coming. Or I am coming,
And
and
then,
then I'll know if there's a quorum. And I can let everybody know, guys, we don't have a quorum, so we're postponing.
there you go.
just,
Okay.
remind me, let me know as well, I mean,
Yeah, I will, I will.
Okay,
I reach out to Penny and say, is there a meeting tonight?
I know. And I say, yeah, oh, dang it.
Glad you're on the board, Tammy. Keeping us in line.
I'm the organizer.
I
That's all.
like that. We needed some of that.
mhm. Okay.
I move we adjourn this meeting.
All right, at 7:31.
Second.
No 7-minute meeting.
No, but we talked about some good stuff.
Okay,
Yep,
All right, so you got the minutes.
I sure do.
Thank you very
I
much.
like it.
So you're gonna hold it, you got a.
We are voting now on motion to adjourn. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We are adjourned.
We are adjourned.